everyone, welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
And I'm Rainbow.
Rainbow, you know what I like about you?
What?
You're really, you're kind of...
Like, is it good or bad?
Oh, it's good. I'm just trying to say that you're really...
Nice?
No, wonderful, I guess would be the word. Yeah, great. I don't know. I find it hard to say good things about other people. You know, I'm always on the internet writing nasty things about people's Facebook pictures. Oh, I'm terribly mean online.
Oh, no.
So when it comes to real life, I just don't know how to say that you're really talented.
Oh.
I just can't say good things, or I find it hard to say good things about other people.
Well, I find that you have to practice.
Okay.
For example, you could say, you have a nice shirt.
You have a nice...
That's a nice shirt.
Oh, I can say that. That's not too hard. Let's see if I can use a different adjective, another way. You have a very pretty shirt.
Yeah.
Ooh,
or you have beautiful eyes.
You have beautiful eyes. Okay, yeah, this is getting easier. And that's one of the things about saying good things about other people. It might be hard at first if you don't say it to other people or if you don't hear it yourself. But the more you give out goodness, the more you learn how to say good things about others, the easier it will be, and quite possibly the more you will be hearing it about yourself in turn.
That's true. It's very nice. So we should learn about this together.
We should. It will be wonderful. I said a nice thing about the article. Hey, I'm getting better. All right, let's check it out. Then we'll be back.
Simon and Kelly just finished their math class.
You are a genius at math. You answered all those questions right and so fast.
I'm not a genius, but I do have a head for numbers.
That's so great. I wish for that talent sometimes. It would make my parents so happy.
All right, so the title is How to Say Good Things About Others. I guess we could also use a longer word, how to compliment others. When you compliment someone or when someone compliments you, they say a good thing about you or they say, well done, you did that very well. So let's get better at this because if we do, the whole world will be a happier place. So we begin with part A. The title there is A Natural Talent. Wow, so someone was clearly born with some special gift, some special or natural talent. How lucky.
That's right. The word natural is something that comes from nature. So AL, that's an adjective. If it comes from nature, it's not something learned later on in life. It was given to you when you were born. So, for instance, I can say somebody is a natural beauty. That means their parents gave birth to them and they looked great when they grew up. And they didn't do any procedures to their face or their body. It was a natural beauty. Or I can say that somebody has natural talent. He was very good at dancing. It wasn't something that was learned in a class. He just broke out in song and dance, and he was simply the best. And I love to see it. All right, so let's get started with the first sentence of our article today, which says, Simon and Kelly just finished their math class. So they are classmates and they're together in math class.
Ah, interesting. So someone is probably really good at math without really trying. They might be a natural talent at math. That was not me when I was a kid.
Me neither.
Let's find out who is the natural talented math. Simon begins our dialogue by saying, "You are a genius at math." I think we know who the natural talent is. You answered all those questions right and so fast.
Wow.
This person is clearly very good at math. And yeah, math or mathematics, to give the full long name, is one of those subjects that everyone will learn in school, even from a young age. When you're doing things with numbers, using numbers to solve problems and find answers, maybe you're measuring things like triangles or circles or squares. Anything that involves using numbers to solve problems and find answers is some kind of math. Most kids at school will learn English or Chinese, history, maybe some geography, and also math is very important, and it can be a little bit hard for some people, but not for Kelly.
Nope. Kelly says, well, I'm not a genius, but I do have a head for numbers. So Kelly is humble. She's not saying, wow, I'm so smart, you are not. She's saying, I'm not amazing, but I have a head for numbers. That doesn't mean her head is made up of numbers, but that means that her head works numbers really quickly. So we have this noun here, number, and that does show up a lot in math. Anything to do with math has to do with numbers and more. Numbers are 1, 2, 3, 85, 7 million, 35,000. Anything with our alphabetical numerical numbers, ones and zeros, those are numbers. So we're going to do a lot of numbers, a lot of math, and Kelly has a head for that, which means her head works that out naturally like magic.
That's right. When you have a head for something, it's basically saying you have a natural talent. You're just really good at it, and you were born that way. I think another common expression using a head for, we would say, someone has a head for business.
Ah, yes.
If they're naturally good at business, in the same way, if they have a talent, they have a head for business. All right, well, Kelly has a head for math, and I think Simon might be a little bit jealous.
Yeah,
he definitely admires Kelly and her natural talent. He says, "That's so great."
So great.
It is pretty wonderful if you find math class easy. I wish for that talent sometimes. Simon, he has problems with math. It's harder for him to understand and get good grades, so he kind of wishes he had a head for math. As he says, it would make my parents so happy. It's not really something he would love, but his parents would love it because, of course, all of his math grades would be better than they probably are now. Well, that's okay, Simon. I'm sure we'll discover your talent soon, and we're going to come back to the dialogue after our break.
But you're really good at languages. Don't they know that?
Sure they do, but they don't care about that. They want me to be an engineer.
That's too bad. You are very talented.
That's nice of you to say. Thanks.
You're very welcome.
All right, so Simon has just been saying he's a little bit jealous of Kelly. She is a natural talent at math, and she finds all their difficult homework and tests very, very easy. But I think Kelly notices that Simon has his own natural talents.
Yeah, and this is very common. Sometimes if you're not good at math, you're going to be good at something else. Kelly says, but you're really good at languages. Don't they know that? And that is what happens in school sometimes. We're not good at math, but maybe we're great at language.
And studying languages can be just as hard as studying math. So this is clearly a special gift that Simon has. What are languages? These are things that we use to communicate. As you travel around the world and visit different countries and meet different people, you will notice that they all talk. Most of them write and read things, but the way they talk, the words and the sounds and the rules of how they talk or write or read, those are different because those people in different places speak different languages. English, French, Spanish, Mandarin, Chinese, Taiwanese, Hakka, Cantonese, Portuguese, Swahili. I could go on because there are hundreds, maybe thousands of languages in the world, and they're all used as different ways to communicate. We're all trying to say the same kinds of things, but we do it using different words and different rules. In other words, different languages. So I bet Simon probably speaks some Mandarin Chinese, some Taiwanese,
a little bit of
English, you know, and if he learns them well and is quite good at them and understands them quickly, you would definitely say he's good at languages, and that is a great gift to have.
But even though he's good at languages, sometimes he thinks it's not enough. He says, sure they do. They know I'm good at languages. Sure they do. But they don't care about that. They want me to be an engineer. So unfortunately, he's talented at something, but his parents want him to go in another direction to be an engineer. An engineer is somebody who works with not languages. An engineer works with machines. He works with some programming, works with some figuring out how to do some coding and working for a big company. Maybe it's not going to be language related.
That is absolutely true. And Kelly says, that's too bad. It's too bad your parents don't understand that your head for languages is a wonderful gift. I guess his parents wish he was better at math because engineers have to use a lot of math and languages maybe not so much. So she says, yeah, that's too bad. Your parents don't see your special gift with languages. You are very talented, she says. She says a nice thing to him.
And Simon, you know, he already feels kind of bad, but he's happy to receive a compliment. Simon says, that's nice of you to say. Thanks.
There you go. And Kelly wraps it up by saying, you're very welcome. So there you go. Two friends, two classmates saying nice things about each other. And I think one of those nice things that Kelly said at the end was probably really helpful for Simon and something he really was happy to hear from his friend. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. Come back tomorrow. We're going to have more great stuff for you then, I promise. Until then, bye-bye and take care.
Bye. Say something nice.
Simon and Kelly just finished their math class.
You are a genius at math. You answered all those questions right and so fast.
I'm not a genius, but I do have a head for numbers.
That's so great. I wish for that talent sometimes. It would make my parents so happy.
But you're really good at languages. Don't they know that?
Sure they do, but they don't care about that. They want me to be an engineer.
That's too bad. You are very talented.
That's nice of you to say. Thanks.
You're very welcome.
Hi, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 math 名词数学。Can you help me with my math homework? 你可以帮助我写数学作业吗？下一个单字 number 名词数字。 7 is my lucky number. 7是我的幸运数字。下一个单字 language, language 名词语言。How many languages do you speak? 你会说几种语言？最后一个单字 engineer, engineer 名词工程师。My father is a website engineer. 我父亲是一名网页工程师。Website 就是网站。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 ，somebody wishes for something， 某人但愿能拥有某物。这个片语用于事与愿违的情况，也就是实际上不太可能会发生、会实现。Wish 是但愿、希望的意思。我们来看看这个例句 ：Jada wished for her own bedroom. Jada 希望拥有自己的一间卧室。下一个文法。Somebody is good at 加名词，某人擅长某个领域。Good 指的是精通的、有本事的。这边补充说明一下 ，Somebody is good with 加名词，则是指某人善于应对、运用什么东西。我们先来看看 Somebody is good at 加名词的例句。My brother is really good at baseball. 我的哥哥非常擅长棒球。我们再来看看 somebody is good with 加名词的例句。Eddie is not good with children. Eddie 不善于与孩子相处。最后一个文法 A wants B to 加动词 A 想要 B 做某件事情。注意 B 之后必须搭配不定词 to 加动词这个文法。我们来看看这个例句。My mother wants me to go to bed before 10. 我妈妈想要我在10点前上床睡觉。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，我们下一课再见，拜拜。
Hey, what's the matter? Why do you look so upset and angry? Are you okay?
Since you've moved in here, I could barely open the door because there's so much garbage on the floor. And it looks like a tornado hit this place. Like, I'm just like constantly angry at you and you're just like living in my head rent-free.
Well, you know, I did mess up your place just a little bit. But you know, I do pay your rent.
No.
I'm not staying here rent-free.
I'm not saying you stay here rent-free. You pay me a little bit of money, not a lot, but you are living up in here. I am just angry and you're constantly in my head and the image of you destroying my place is in my head.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Today, we're going to introduce a new phrase called rent-free.
Does it mean someone who doesn't have to pay the rent?
No, of course
I like the sound
not.
of that.
Okay, for example, have you ever liked someone or something so much you couldn't get them out of your mind?
Of course.
Right? How about, have you ever had someone make you so angry that you kept thinking about them for days?
All the time.
Okay. Well, as the phrase implies, they are living in your head rent-free.
Ah, that makes sense. Are there any other ways to express someone's anger?
Certainly. You can also use the words irritated or annoyed.
Okay.
So like, for example, I got irritated by your rude behavior.
Okay, so you got irritated. What else can you say?
I was so annoyed with you for messing up my place.
Okay, well, thanks for explaining. I promise I'll clean the house, okay? Right now.
Let's go. So that's all the time we have for today, and we will see you next time.